Hi, my name is Joseph Parker, WBO champion of the world, and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Anthony Joshua has bit back at WBO world champion Joseph Parker and his team over all their comments regarding Anthony Joshua, glass jaw, and a robot, and all this kind of thing. Basically trying to demonise him in as far as the public's opinion goes. They're coming across as the bad guy, and they've openly said that they're doing this as a role to try and gather up a bit of interest. So it's almost pointless them doing it, as they've openly admitted why they're doing it. Now, Anthony Joshua has said this about Joseph Parker and his team. All they're trying to do is mislead the public's opinion. I think it's not nice. I don't really respect it, and I have no time for it. What's he trying? Be the bully? Demonise everything I have done? In Formula 1, golf, tennis, rugby, there are very classy people, respectable amongst their peers. Then you have people like Joseph Parker holding a press conference talking about everything that he thinks I am. This is the first time in my career where the talk has just been about money. That's what's holding it up. With Klitschko, it wasn't about the money. It was about getting the fight together for the belts. With Parker, it's a different story. And of course with Wilder as well. No disrespect for them. They have their reasons. But I feel the fans are not getting what they want. It would have been great to have had this fight penciled in by now. But it'll happen in the future once they come to their senses. What they are offering is nothing. And what we are offering them is 10 times better than anything they can bring up by themselves. So that was Anthony Joshua's statement. So it's clear that he's saying that Wilder and Parker specifically, everything is about money. It's not about the fight, as much as both Parker and Wilder are talking about the fight. It's ultimately about the money. They want more money than what maybe they're worth. Or this is from Anthony Joshua. Like Anthony Joshua is saying, listen, we're offering you 10 times more than you've ever made in your career, but it's still not good enough. Are you sure you want this fight? So with his statement here, you can pretty much say that he's pretty much had enough now to draw a line under it, move on, where he says it will happen in the future once they come to their senses. In other words, he's saying if it don't happen now, oh well, it's their own fault. Now, what we do know is that they're bickering over around a 5% difference. I mean, 5%, what does that really equate to? In the grand scheme of things, not a lot. I mean, for me, if Wilder and Parker are very confident of beating AJ, that 5% shouldn't even come into it. But of course, you could say, well, AJ has enough money. Eddie Hearn has recently said that for now Joshua has made enough money for his future. Now it's about legacy. So just give them the 5%. Again, so you can see both sides of that. And with only a couple of percent difference in opinion, just make the damn fight. But it's like I've always said, if Parker and Wilder are just talking about money, if they're not happy with what AJ is offering, then just fight each other. Winner can then legitimately come back to Anthony Joshua and say 50-50, 2 belts against your 2 main belts, although Joshua does also have the IBO as well, and of course is the bigger draw. But still, you could probably argue that they could probably get 45%. But either way, what kind of money they're getting is none of really our beeswax, right? But for Joshua, he's saying everything is about money for Parker and of course Wilder. But again, why Parker is doing all this trash talking, I don't know. They seem to think that it's going to work by getting Joshua in the ring, that Joshua's just going to go, okay, fine, just do it. I can't have you discrediting me anymore. But that ain't going to happen. Now, when Parker came over to the UK for his last fight against Hughie Fury, yes, the fight was put over on YouTube. But fact is that wasn't really down to him. That was down to the promotional team at the time, which was Mick Hennessy at Hennessy Sports. They decided to put it on YouTube. It had nothing to do with Parker. It just made him look pretty bad because it was a world title fight was put on YouTube. Now, YouTube is a good platform for these kind of fights, but maybe not for a world title. But anyway, everybody's got their own opinion on that one, right? So Anyway, Parker came over and he was very respectful. He was very humble. It was Team Fury that were acting the prat. Parker wasn't. He was there, you know, just going through the motions and, you know, being the nice guy. And that's what I believe he is. I believe Joseph Parker is a nice guy, but I think David Higgins is making Parker do things that's out of character. That's just my opinion. You let me know yours. Click that thumbs up. Drop yourself a comment and, of course, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next video.